Hi Aquarius, this is going to be a general love reading for February 2021 for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. It is general, so it's not going to resonate for all of you, but you can check out one of your other signs or one of your personal signs. Also keep in mind that the roles can be reversed and they can actually overlap sometimes as well. Alright, so let's see what is going on with Aquarius. First half of February. Oh, and happy birthday! Happy birthday to those of you who are having upcoming birthdays this month. Alright. So, for the major themes here, we have regret, we have divine timing, and we have action. Okay, so somebody is definitely feeling a lot of regret here, okay? There's probably going to be some action that is taken when it comes to this regret, but it might be taking just a little bit of time, or timing is just an issue here. So let's get into it and see what this is about. Alright, so Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For the first half of February. Alright, so for the situation, we have the Knight of Swords crossed by the Moon. Okay, so yeah, there's that action, right? Showing up right off the bat here with that Knight of Swords, but it's crossed by the Moon, so somebody is having a fear of taking that action at the moment. There could be some repressed emotions here that are affecting or influencing this fear. We'll see when we clarify. For the recent past, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and for the near future, we have the Five of Swords. So there was definitely something that changed here in the recent past. We are going to clarify to see what that is, but whatever that was, it may also have influenced this fear. This person, whoever it is, whether it's you or them, could have also a fear of what they cannot see or of what they don't know, which is preventing them from taking this action. Let's see, for your energy we have the Two of Swords, and for them we have Judgment. Alright, so I feel like you don't even know what's going on here with that Two of Swords. You might be trying to make a decision but it's not coming through so much as a decision as it is like you don't know what is going on, or you might be having some contradictory feelings. Possibly thinking a little bit too much or trying to make sense out of something that just, there is no making sense out of it, you know? Some things are just what they are, and especially when it comes to emotions, you can't always make sense of emotions. They just are what they are. For the other person here, we have Judgment, so it's more likely that they are trying to make a decision here, or they are in the process of discovering something, either to do with this connection or either to do with themselves. But I feel like because we have the Two of Swords, we have the Moon, and we also have the Five of Swords, I feel like there is something that is not being seen here. Let's see, forgot to get the last card, which is the message for you, which is the Hierophant. Alright, we will see what that is once we clarify, because that could be a whole bunch of different things. Let's get into clarifying. Alright, so let's see that Knight of Swords with the Moon. Alright, and we have the Knight of Swords again, Temperance, and the Hermit. Okay, so whoever this is, I mean, this person really wants to take action, but what I feel here is that it's like their thoughts are so scattered when it comes to that, like just very, a little bit of back and forth, like thinking a lot about what I should do here and how should I do it. And yeah, I want to do it. But I feel like they think at extremes, like if I do this, oh my God, it's going to be so crazy. You know, like that kind of a feel to it. It's like this temperance energy is kind of lacking. And so what ends up happening is that this person, and it could be you, all right, or the roles can be reversed. It causes this person to just kind of retract their steps, like moving forward and then just going back into their own little shell. And that's because of that fear. And so for that reason, I feel like, you know, this movement, I feel like it is there, especially when we have action as one of the first cards out. But this Temperance card is also reminding me of that divine timing. It's just something that is taking a little bit of time as this person does their introspection. I feel like every time they retract and they go into their shell, yes, it might be because of fear, but that actually pushes them to discover things about themselves or about their situation, and that is reinforced even more here by this Judgment card if this is the other person, all right, that is going through this. All right, so let's see this Wheel of Fortune for the recent past. All right, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So there was a shift here, or I feel like almost a cycle was closed. Like, I don't want to exactly say an ending, although I do feel that for some of you it could have felt like an ending. All right, so for some of you it could be an ending. For others of you, it's just kind of like a, kind of like turning the page to a different chapter. And so because of that, it does feel like something has shifted, something is different. And whatever that was that happened, because it could be very specific things, right? But it's going to be different for all of you. Whatever that was, it did bring about a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, but it happened for the purpose of healing. There was something there that needed to be healed. And so what happened, it's like that event, I feel, was divinely guided, actually. It might feel like it was something very difficult for you to deal with or for the other person to deal with, but I'm getting that it was divinely guided to provoke that stress, that trigger, in order for there to be the opportunity to heal that, like an inner wound. And it can only be healed when it is triggered, kind of like bring it right back up to the surface to heal it. And this is going to lead to more assertiveness, more self-confidence. So I still don't know if that's you or them. You would probably know. Let's see that Two of Swords for you. All right, the Sun, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Wands. All right, so yeah, you're trying to deal with this. You're trying to deal with this, I feel, in the best way that you can. And I feel like you're being very logical about it, which is a good thing. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but I feel like you feel like there is a contradiction here because you're trying to make sense out of your feelings, which is exactly what I was saying in the beginning. And that's because, you know, you feel, what I'm getting here at least, is that you feel like this is what makes you happy. You feel like this person fulfills you. You feel like this is your truth. But because for some reason, right, things don't seem to be working out, you're trying to make sense. Almost like trying to convince yourself that, yeah, you know, it doesn't make sense for us to even be together. It's kind of something like that. And that's why we have the Two of Wands, because it's like, yeah, you're trying to make sense out of it. You're trying to do the best that you can for you. And that's actually a very good thing. But there's still a little bit of like either awaiting energy, because you have 2 2s, or a little bit of just like going back and forth between like 2 opposites. All right, let's see judgment for them. All right, we got 4. Ooh, okay. So we also have the Tower. So yeah, this is it's quite a bit of major arcana here. Remember how I said that I feel like this was divinely orchestrated, or like divine intervention? Well, here that message is coming through again very, very strongly with Judgment and Tower. And like I said that before the Tower even came through. All right, definitely this person is going through something really, really huge at the moment, and I do feel that it is related to that, whatever that event was that happened in the recent past. Okay, it's bringing up a lot of repressed emotions and repressed fears to the surface to be healed. And that's also why we have Temperance as well, right? That's a card of healing also. All right, so, okay, wow. And the Hierophant. And if I didn't call these out, it's the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so, I mean, wow. This person here, they feel that love, all right? Just like what I said about you with that Sun card, feeling like this person is what would fulfill you. They have this energy here as well, all right, with the Ten of Cups. But they feel like that is being destroyed. They feel like everything is just a mess right now. But that mess is actually bringing clarity, if that makes any sense. I mean, I feel like okay, for some of them, they may have another commitment here. All right, there might be another situation that they're involved with. When I say commitment, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic commitment, but for some of them, that could be the case, all right? And there could be like a huge shift and a lot of clarity coming through a big mess that is happening in that area of their lives. And especially it's helping them gain clarity as to where it is that they want to offer this love, where it is that they can actually have this Ten of Cups. What they thought was the Ten of Cups is being destroyed, right? And this could even be the case in the situation with you. They feel like it is being destroyed, but that is making them have this clarity as to what is really going on and where is it that they truly feel a spiritual connection. It's a little complicated, actually. I feel like both of your energies are complicated. Let's see the Five of Swords for what is coming up. All right, we have the Two of Swords, Strength, and Death. I'm telling you guys, a lot of major transformational energies are coming through here. What is going on with Aquarius? I feel like actually what this is, yeah, there are things that you cannot see at the moment that are going on in this connection, all right? Or what is going on underneath the surface that you can't really see. What I'm getting here, especially with Strength and the Five of Swords, is that somebody is beginning to stand up for themselves. And it could be you, it could be your person. If you feel like you are the one that maybe either has been a people pleaser or you give in, like you've been very soft, I feel like you are beginning to find your power a little bit more, especially when it comes to when others disagree with you. For most of you, I do get the sense that it is this person down here who is going through the Tower. It's kind of like wanting to fight through it, and it doesn't matter what they have to compromise in order to fight for what it is that they feel is true to their hearts. There is a little bit of, again, it feels like they're still going to be a little bit confused as to how to do this. It's more like a process of gaining that strength in order to put an end to something. Make a huge transformation. I feel like with this death, this is going to be like, once this death happens, it is the death of the ego, or the death of being in this back and forth type of an energy. Resolving that fear, all right, with strength coming through here. I do also feel like it is for you though. I feel like you're kind of processing a lot of lessons in parallel, like similar lessons, because you are the one in the Two of Swords energy here. So I feel like for you as well, you are finding that strength, possibly even to stop waiting for this person. It's like you are standing up for yourself to put an end to this, rather than being like trying to make sense out of your emotions, because you just can't make sense out of them. And at the same time, your person is also learning to stand up for their own self. Again, I feel like a lot of this, it's difficult, very difficult to see. All right. I mean, I'm getting, because Judgment is also a card of rebirth. So I feel like with that death here for your person, that is going to be like the end of the mode that they have been in. And it's when there's going to be a rebirth that's going to be completely, it's like you're, not that they're going to be a completely different person, but they're going to have a completely different air about them. Let's clarify that Hierophant for the message. All right, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. All right, well, so for those of you where it resonated that this might be concerning another commitment here with the Hierophant, for the other person, well, there's that Hierophant showing up again with pretty much an ending here. An ending of that commitment. Okay, but what I mostly get with this message here is that sometimes in order to get to this place of having learned lessons, to this place of gaining that knowledge, that wisdom, and to have that spiritual connection, not only in the spiritual realm, but also in the physical, to make that a reality, there's sometimes has to be a lot of pain, and there sometimes has to be some kind of an ending in order for there to be that rebirth. And I feel like that is what is happening here. I mostly do feel that this is going to be felt by your person. There's some pain that they have to go through, and it could be, you know, that regret that they are feeling. A regret for just how things have turned out, regret for things that they have done in the past. And so it's moving in that direction. Like I said, still a little bit of confusion in the near future, but it's moving towards having the strength to actually put an end to the old, to what was before this Wheel of Fortune hit. All right, Aquarius, that was intense. I hope this made sense to you, because it almost didn't make sense to me. Yeah, so if this resonated, please give me a like. Let me know in the comments what your situation is about. And let's get your final oracle card. right, and we have soulmates. All right. So this is definitely a very deep connection here with this person. That there was a lot of, probably you've had a lot of past lives together. And there were lessons to be learned in this lifetime, but definitely a very deep soul connection. All right, Aquarius, those were your messages. Thank you so much for watching. Much love.